Civil rights activists Medgar and Myrlie Evers helped change the heart of Mississippi. Their courageous efforts getting black Mississippians to register to vote, the relentless fight of trying to desegregate education in the state, to boycotting white businesses who upheld the laws of Jim Crow. Well, tonight, 3 on your side, Samantha German speaks with their daughter, Rena Evers Everett, who grew up in the house and shares her firsthand account of love on Guynes Street.
Civil rights activists Medgar and Myrlie Evers helped change the heart of Mississippi. Their courageous efforts in helping black Mississippians register to vote, the relentless fight of trying to desegregate education in the state, to boycotting white businesses who upheld the laws of Jim Crow seemed to be a never-ending war. So what was daily life like for this power couple? What was it like inside the home after a long day's work? I spoke with Medgar and Myrlie's daughter, Rena Evers Everett, who grew up in the house and had a first-hand account to a special kind of love on Guynes Street. If you have ever driven down Guynes Street, now known as Margaret Walker Alexander Drive in Jackson, Mississippi, you've probably noticed that one house looks much different than the others.
My father really designed the way that this house was done. As you walk in, the door is not facing the street. That's for protection. The roof, basically flat, but it has rocks on it. That's for protection. That's to hear who's there.
And once inside this home, you will learn life lived was also much different. But to understand just how much, you would need to know the backstory of when Medgar met Myrlie.
Well, they had one of these movie-type meetings where they both were enrolled in students at Alcorn, A&M at the time, University in Norman, Mississippi. And my mother had just come on with the freshman group for orientation onto the campus. They were doing their tour, and all of a sudden, my mother says to us, "It seems like a herd of cattle coming," all right? And so as they turn, they see the football team coming and stopping to survey, as she said, the fresh meat.
Myrlie, a sheltered girl from Vicksburg, locked eyes with Medgar, a World War II veteran, 8 years her senior. Rena recalls from her mom's stories, on campus, her dad would often be found outside Myrlie's recital room window, listening and watching her play the piano.
They were different, but they weren't. Their values were the same. Their morals were the same. To have a better life was the same. Family mattered to both. Love mattered to both. Commitment, dedication to what you are striving to do, the same.
Married on Christmas Eve in 1951, they tried to make ends meet. They eventually moved to a small town called Mound Bayou after Medgar graduated from Alcorn so he could start a job at an insurance company. But going door to door, selling insurance to some of the poorest people in the heart of Mississippi's Delta, he learned of what Myrlie describes in her book, the vicious and oppressive system of sharecropping, thrusting him into his life's work.
Some people, as we all know, get their purpose in life early. My father got his purpose in life early.
That purpose came with the well-established civil rights organization, the NAACP, where Medgar became the state's first field secretary for the group, moving the Evers family to Jackson, where the dangers of fighting for equality would follow him everywhere he went.
I don't come to this home and only see tragedy. I come first and I feel love. I feel the laughter. I feel the joy, and I feel him.
Inside of these walls, pockets of refuge and romance. On the couch, out of window range, Medgar would often lay his head on Myrlie's lap while she stroked his hair and rubbed his temples.
All of a sudden I'm walking sometimes and I smell roses, and there's no roses around. I know who it is, because he always got roses for my mom.
Not just any roses, but ones he would plant and shape into a rose bush. Their 3 small children wanted to play around the roses, but were forbidden.
And that was off limits. That was totally off limits, but I did not know why until last year. When my mom said, "Whoa, no, this is where this weapon was put, this is where this was put," and the bells on the bushes, we just thought it was left over from Christmas.
Training his family to hit the floor when they heard strange noises or to hide in the bathtub. Protective plans in place, Medgar made sure his family would be safe, even in his absence on the night he knew was soon to come.
What love is knowing that he tried so hard with a big gaping hole in his back to get to us. Because he pulled himself around that car almost to the steps. And I'm looking at him saying, "Daddy, Daddy, get up, Daddy, get up." And he's looking at me. So I know that connection. I know that was his look of, "I'm here, I still love you."
A consuming love, so strong it overflowed into the community, drifting beyond any limitations of hate. Because even in death,
he comes with the wind. I don't care what type of weather it's been, all of a sudden there's a and I feel him. And I say, "Hi, Daddy."
the spirit of love is still alive, always coming back home. Samantha German, 3 on your side.